Hi, I'm Dave, and welcome to Just For You. Tonight, we plan on making fools of ourselves just like we do every other week at about this same time. Tonight, we plan on making special fools of ourselves as a cool guy, Guy Cool will be on, and we'll have a special video performance by Eddie and the Tide. But seriously, I'd like to send a special thank you all the way out to our viewer, hi Mom, and thank her for making the show what it is today. Really, we have a smooth show tonight, and I'm sure you will enjoy it. So on with the show. Here's Pat.
Hi, this is upcoming events. First, here are some concert dates for you. Playing tomorrow night at the Oakland Coliseum is Billy Idol at 8 p.m. Tickets are $12.50. Duran Duran is at the Oakland Coliseum on Thursday, April 12th at 8 o'clock also. Tickets are $14. Next is 38 Special and Golden Earring at the San Francisco Civic, Sunday, April 15th at 7:30. Tickets cost $13.50 in advance. Ozzy Osbourne and Slade are at the Cow Palace, Wednesday, March 28th at 7:30. Tickets are $13.50 in advance. And last is Yes on March 30th and 31st at the Cow Palace. The show starts at 8 p.m. and tickets are $12.50 for general seating and $15 for reserve. You can get tickets for all these shows at Bass Outlets. Playing at the movies this week is at Dublin 6 Cinema, Walt Disney Splash, Blame It on Rio, Sahara, Unfaithfully Yours, Harry and Son, The Hotel New Hampshire, and Never Cry Wolf. At the Man 6 Theater in Dublin is Footloose, Terms of Endearment, The Right Stuff, Against All Odds, Lassiter, and Stephen King's Children of the Corn. Call theaters for showtimes and pricing information. And here's some theater listings for you. Playing at the Golden Gate Theater is The Mitzi Gaynor Show, playing for 3 weeks only, March 27th through April 15th. Tickets cost from $12 to $26. Call the Golden Gate Theater box office for more information. And you can go see Angels Fall at the American Conservatory Theater through April 14th. For ticket and timing information, call the ACT box office. And here's something special for you. On Saturday, March 24th, in the Monte Vista High School Commons in Danville is a rock and roll sale and auction. Some things that will be for auction and sale are posters, calendars, photos, t-shirts, sweatshirts, tour jackets, albums and cassettes, concert tickets, buttons, hats, drumsticks, and much, much more. Things that are signed or that we only have one or two of will be auctioned, and everything else such as 8x10 photos for $1, albums and tapes for $5, and KOME calendars for only $6 will be sold. We here at Rainbow Studios would like to thank these individuals, radio stations, Bay Area bands, and organizations for their donations. Bill Graham, Michael Coates, Joe Sullivan, rock critic for the San Francisco Chronicle, The Camel, KOME, Jefferson Starship, The Tubes, Eddie Money, Santana, Huey Lewis and the News, Greg Kinn, Hits, Night Ranger, The Doobie Brothers, Journey, The Eric Martin Band, Bill Graham Presents, The Ken Baker Publicity Service, The Automan Recording Studio in San Francisco, Winterland Productions, Sound on Stage, the Oakland Coliseum, and last but not least, the Oakland A's. There's no admission charge for this event, so come down this Saturday and have a good time. See you next week, and now on to Andy.
Hi, I'm Andy. I'm sure that some of you out there are sick of watching trash on TV. One example of this is Automan. If you've ever seen this show, then you'll know what I'm talking about. This has got to be one of the worst shows I've ever wasted my time watching. This show's about Walter, a police officer who created Automan, which is a holograph that helps him on assignments. In the episode I watched, Walter and Automan were trying to protect a singer whose life was being threatened. And in addition to being a bodyguard, Automan was also a substitute guitarist for the band. Right now you're going to see a copy of part of the show which is in poor quality, just like the show itself.
No, stopping it now.
Otto! What are you doing?
Rocking out, man.
You come with me right now!
Hey, stop the music, Walter.
Otto, come on!
What's the hurry, Walter?
I'll tell you what the hurry is.
I gotta stop partying so much.
As you can see, Automan has no trouble with parking. Anyway, he goes on to pull a few more fancy tricks like that, and in the end, he catches the criminal and makes everybody happy. If you're interested in having your intelligence insulted, this show is on Monday nights at 8 on channel 7, 11, and 13. Have an interesting evening. Now on to Ken.
The Scorpions have just released a new album entitled Love at First Sting. This is the first album the Scorpions have put out since their 1972 release of Blackout. This album, just like all Scorpions albums, is heavily guitar-oriented. The guitar work on this album is just fabulous. The screaming duo of Rudy Schenker and Matthias Jabs is by far the best guitar duo in rock music. Basically what a Scorpions song consists of is Rudy Schenker playing a Life's Nest power rhythm with Matthias Jabs playing a non-stop lead with the style of Van Halen and the technique of Randy Rhoads. It's just phenomenal. The high-pitched vocals of Klaus Mann have the tone of Geddy Lee, adding another very enjoyable aspect to the music. All of them together give the Scorpions their own unique and incredible sound. This album keeps on much of the tradition of the Scorpions' tradition of great and powerful guitar-centered music, but some of this power is lost on a few of their mellower songs, which I was disappointed with. So I'll see you next week, and now on to Christine.
Hi, just last week I went to a delicious restaurant in Benicia called the Commandants Residence. This restaurant is actually a home that was built in 1860. The design is of classic Georgian architecture, and inside there are 14-foot ceilings, parquet floors, and parquet paneling, and parquet paneling which covers the 24-inch brick walls. You can eat either upstairs or downstairs, and upstairs there are 3 rooms which seat about 5 couples pretty comfortably. The Commandant's Residence has a nice variety of continental cuisine for dinner. Their prices range from a fairly high $32, which is rack of lamb for 2, to the lowest price on the menu, which is $9.95 for chicken cordon bleu. For my dinner, I had the rack of lamb, which I share with my father, and it was absolutely fabulous. It just melted in your mouth. I just really loved it. Before the main course, you're served warm sourdough bread and the house salad. And if you choose not to have the house salad, you may choose to have a specialty salad such as the Caesar, crab louis, shrimp louis, or the spinach salad, or the seafood salad, which is pretty well recommended. All which range from $6.50 to $9.95. The Commandant's Residence serves lunch Monday through Friday from 11 to 2:30, and dinner Monday through Thursday 5:30 to 10 o'clock, and then Friday through Saturday from 5:30 to 11. They also serve Sunday brunch from 11 to 2:30, which is highly recommended. A couple of my friends have gone to brunch and it was fabulous. But if you're not interested in having dinner there, they do rent the residence out for weddings, banquets, and meetings, if you like. They have really nice dining facilities. I found it a beautiful place to eat dinner. It's a different change of pace from the regular restaurant atmosphere. So if you're really interested in going out to a nice place to dinner and you like good food and you're willing to pay a good price for it, I highly recommend the Commandant's Residence. And now on to Eddie and the Tide.
1 in a million, you understand? Yeah! 1 in a million. Anticipating now, she's the one I can't keep waiting. And she's the one with a style all her own. And let me tell you, she's 1 in a million. Yeah, she gets to me like no one. They know how much I'd miss her standing alone. That's how I know she's the one. 1 in a million. It's just too strong. You know something, Monte Vista? It's just too strong. That's right. Says she's getting tired of losing. She said her heart all seen one too many breed. So it's about time something good came along. And she said, I'm one in a million. Yeah, she got so much to give me. Makes it right when everything goes wrong. As I know she's one in a million. So different from the other one. Hey, ooh yeah, she's one in a million. But ain't nothing gonna break it. It's just too strong. Whoa, that's right. Oh. Getting ready, anticipating now. She's the one I can't keep waiting. And she's the one with a style on her own. I said I know she's the one in a million. So different from the other one. Hey, ooh yeah, she's the one in a million. Yeah, nothing gonna break it. It's just too strong. It's just too strong. What? One in a million. One in a million. I can't run.
We live in an age where economical import cars are our primary means of transportation. An offspring of this trend is the economy four-wheel drive pickup. Despite the obvious weakness of these trucks, thousands of wannabe wheelers will go out and purchase a four-wheel drive Toyota and build it up so it resembles a real wheeler. The basic makeup kit for these trucks includes a 2 to 4 inch lift kit, 33-inch minimum tires, tubular bumpers and roll bar, a winch, 8 shocks, as many KC daylighters as possible. This $2,000 package will give you a real cute truck that does indeed resemble an off-road vehicle. But the bottom line, however, is your rice burner has a 90 horsepower, 4-cylinder engine which couldn't power its showboat frame through mud deeper than 12 inches or up an incline over 45 degrees. Your oversized tires won't give you enough traction to even come close to compensating for the power they deprive you of. The roll bar you put on, which costs $100, wouldn't be needed if your tires weren't so big, or if you knew how to wheel, which most Toyota owners don't. The biggest laugh, though, about these build-up Toyotas are their numerous KC daylighters, which are the most expensive and most popular brand of lamps on the market. But since state law prohibits the exposure of these lights, the average daylighter will spend 99% of its life covered. The 1% of use they do see will just be a futile attempt by the owner to get his money's worth out of his 4 lights, which cost him $200. Another humorous aspect about these phony wheelers are their dual shocks at each wheel. A Toyota pickup is so light it will never need the support of 8 shocks. All these shocks will do for you is give you a rough ride. So if you have 10 grand to spare and you find it a challenge to disguise a 4-wheel drive Toyota as an off-road vehicle, then go right ahead. But for most of you Toyota owners, you're fooling yourselves. Big wheels don't make a big man. So if you Toyota owners ever grow up, you should sell your toy and buy a man's 4-wheeler, a Ford. Now on to Casey.
Hello, have you seen 1990, The Bronx Warriors? It's the worst, absolute worst movie I've ever seen. Starring in the movie is some fool named Trash. They couldn't have had a better name for the actor. His name takes after the movie, Trash. The movie is mainly about people living in the Bronx after everybody's moved out and went to Manhattan. The reason people moved out and went to Manhattan was because the Bronx was considered to be a high-risk district, and the police gave up trying to enforce the law. I do have to admit the movie did have its good parts, but all in all, I didn't like it. So why don't we take a look right now at a clip of the tape that I have for you. Pretty horrible, huh? The movie wasn't even that good. They had to put it out on videotape before they released it in the theater to try to earn some money. So it was the worst movie. Just don't even go see it. Have a pleasant evening, and I'll see you next week. And now on to Chris and Mitch for some news for the week.
How's it going?
Pretty good.
I'm talking to them right now.
Gotcha.
I'm Biff Malibu. I'm the host for tonight, along with my friend and co-host, Pinky Finkelhofer. Dinky Finkelhofer. I knew something like that. And this is our show, Top of the News. Top of the News tonight, Eric Martin shown here trying to break the world record for not moving an inch is shown here using the bathroom. He had to stay in this position for 5 days. Food was fed intravenously, and he used the bathroom, well, as you see here. Good luck, Eric, and keep up the good work.
That's pretty disgusting. We should get on public news. As many of you may know, this familiar person has spent the last 3 years of his life in the Arctic Circle, hiding out in his attempts to save the life of his dog and himself. For years he's been running from Mr. Sluggo, but because of his recent Oscar nomination for the Mr. Bill Show movie, he's come down to, see if we can get this one right, Hollywood, California. In the candid interview with Mr. Bill, we've learned that he considers his travels the biggest mistake of his life. Already, Mr. Sluggo is tracking him down with his hitmen looking after him, and Mr. Hands has Mr. Spot in his custody at this very moment. We asked Mr. Bill if he were expected to recognize Mr. Spot if he were seen again, but he was quoted only as saying, "Oh no!" Biff?
What I want to know is what kind of suntan lotion does he use? Not me. The band Motley Crue shown here tells a reporter during a press conference that their favorite band is Herbie Hancock, and feel their music is heavily influenced by them. They say they just added a little more power. Well, that's what you think. When the band was asked about the synthesizer, they just said, "We use our imagination," so they figured everybody else could too. Talk about them. The next video will be produced by Herbie himself, and he is said to even make a guest appearance on their next album. He says, however, he's going to wear leather and not cut his hair. It's gonna be kind of interesting. Four white guys, and
they really get a lot of power out of those synthesizers, don't they?
Yes. Anyways, now on to Joe Cool.
That's Guy Cool, fun buns. Hi, all you groovy guys and gals. This is Guy Cool. He said it. With one good reason why you should move to the most happening spot in the galaxy, next to Africa, of course, in the sun, maybe. Well, it's like the word for 1984 is me, Guy Cool. This is why all you groovy happening chicks should move to Los Angeles. I wouldn't kid you. Not only am I'm handsome, I'm handsome, I'm suave, sophisticated, macho but sensitive, if you can know what I mean about that, and but all you girls, don't start packing just yet, because like I'm still young, you see, and I want to swing. You know, I like to party. I got my chains and my chest, and it's like I'm too young to get married. You see, wow, boy, I'll tell you, You know, I'll tell you what, we can date, but we can't get married. It's like, for some reason, I'm just not ready to get married. Like, it's like if you threw a rock off like a massive bridge, you know, and it turned into a bird halfway down, would it fly, or would it still think it's a rock and fall to the ground? It's like, I saw Flashdance 11 times, count them 11, and I still don't understand it. Doesn't mean a thing to me, you know? I saw Saturday Night Fever, 13 times. Can you believe it? Boy, I learned a lot from that movie. Anyway, I didn't understand it. I'm not a very deep guy. It's just that, you know, I'm not ready to get married. And so, I'll tell you what we can do. We can date. I'll give you my number right here, boy. And then, like, okay, we'll go out and we'll see how it goes from there, okay? Gosh, okay, now go get your pencils. I'll wait for you to get your pencils now while I change sunglasses. Wow, it's bright in here. Gosh, okay, you got your pencils and your paper? Okay, my number is 837. Write this down. I'll only be here for a little while. 837-6203. Thank you very, very much, all you wonderful people out there. This is Mr. Fabulous, a guy cool to his friends, saying so long, and now on to Eddie and the Tide.
I heard there's a riot going on here tonight. I heard there's a riot going on. We come up here to rock and roll a little bit for you here. There's a song called Just Need a Little Rock. 1, 2, 3. Well, say one thing here. One thing I want to tell you. One thing. Listen up. Hey, don't let no one tell you that you can't win. Yeah. Don't listen to them. Don't believe a word they say. But see now, we just need a little rock. We just need to let go. We just need a little rock. We just need to let go. We just need to let go. We just need a little rock. We just need to let go. 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 What? It's all right. It's all right. It's all right. Hey, Monte Vista, it's all right.
Well, there went another show, and I hope you tune in next week. But before we go, I'd like to leave you with a little story. It's a story that's inspired me for many years, and I'm sure that you will find it quite inspirational also. Once upon a time, a long, very long time ago, in ancient Israel, there were two men, and they were walking along, just on their normal, afternoon walk, when one of them got a rock in his shoe. He walked for many, many miles, and then he still had the rock in his shoe, went to sleep, woke up in the morning, the rock would not leave. So finally, as he walked along one day, this bearded man, this man with golden hair, came upon him and said, "My son, what is your problem?" And he said, "I've got a rock in my shoe." So he replied, the guy with the golden hair said, "Taketh the rock out of thy shoe, and your problems shall be solved." So I figure now this guy might have been, he might be someone that I should know. And if that was the guy from up there, the guy from Nazareth, that means that I've got a place in heaven, no problem, Since I know the story and since I'm conveying this, I'm not that religious altogether, really. But, with this thing, I think that I've got a sure shot to go to heaven, I don't even have to do anything. I am already